What is it like to be drunk? Well, I can tell you. I've been drunk a numerous amount of times to the point that I've even ended up in the hospital twice due to the fact that I had way too much to drink in a short period of time. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what it's like being drunk, why a lot of us get drunk, and what the potential danger is of getting drunk too often. This is a great way to get absolutely wasted. Not sponsored, but I just thought I'd let you know this is my favorite drink to go and drink in, as we say in the Netherlands. In drink, it pretty much means before you enter the club, you get a bit wasted or get super wasted. I always tell people don't get extremely wasted when you enter a club because often they refuse you for enter because you're fucking drunk. Once you're in the club and you get drunk, it's a whole different story. Now, what is it like to be drunk? It's pretty fun. I guess it really just depends on the kind of person you are. Everyone else experiences being drunk very different. My personal experience is, well, the first time I got extremely drunk, I ended up in the hospital, and that was also my very first time drinking an extreme amount of alcohol in a certain amount of time. What I drank that night was, well, pretty much we started drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning. I had a beer, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. Around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the shots were coming in, and then late at night I had 5 shots in a row in a span of 45 minutes until dinner. Then I stood up, and yeah, the rest is history. I ended up in hospital, as we call coma but pretty much just drinking until you land up in the hospital or coma, which by the way in a foreign country is not nice because often it is super expensive to get treated in a country. For instance, Belgium, the first time I got super duper drunk, it cost me 420. Yes, so don't do that if you've got it. Even if you've got good insurance, it's not a recommendation. Getting drunk every week or every weekend is not fun at all. After a certain amount of time, you either become really addicted to drinking, and if your entire purpose is going out and getting wasted every weekend, that's not a good thing. You might want to get yourself checked out. And I'm going to be very honest, I was there as well for a while, that I was going out every time on purpose just to get wasted. Because, certain things have been going through my life or are going through my life, and when you drink alcohol or you do drugs, you make yourself numb and you forget what is currently happening, and it makes you happy for a while. But once you reach the sober stage again, you think of, oh, my problems are temporarily solved, not permanently solved. And that's what alcohol is great for. Going out, you don't have to necessarily get drunk. There's really not a reason for you to be drunk every time you go out. Now, I still go out very frequent. Matter of fact, tomorrow I go out as well with a friend of mine. We both have decided to completely stop getting wasted because every time that me and my friend used to go out, we got wasted every single time. And dude, it fucking sucks the morning you wake up. Like, yes, sure, the night you go out, you get absolutely wasted to the point you can't even walk properly. It's super fucking funny. Like, we can both agree, it's funny, you get tipsy, okay, whatever. You may even forget the next morning because you have a blackout of the amount you drink. But once you wake up, it is the exact opposite of fun. You have a pounding headache, as we call a morning after, or a kater in Dutch. You're super tired. You've probably slept the entire day, and pretty much due to that, you have fucked up your entire day because of just sleeping. And it hurts. Like, the headache hurts. For me personally, it hurts. Because what I usually do is when I get wasted, I take shots. Now, shots are extremely dangerous. And when you drink on an empty stomach, you get drunk quicker, and it often can result into bad things. When you eat, it's a whole different feeling, and it's a whole different vibe. But what is it like really being drunk? I mean, yeah, like I said, it's fun. But when you do it too often, it really doesn't start to become fun. It starts to become kind of like an addiction. You're supplying yourself with alcohol, and this stuff in front of me is everything except healthy. This is not good for your body at all. It lowers your testosterone. It fucks insanely much with your liver because your liver has to produce certain amount of things to work against the alcohol. But once you consume too much alcohol, your liver cannot have this anti-production against it. And then it just kind of lets it in because it can't work overtime. And it kills your brain cells. That's the biggest thing. That's why in a lot of countries it's 18 plus. Now back a long time ago in the Netherlands, you were able to drink 16, 17. It went from the age gap of 16 being able to buy and consume alcohol to 18. Now, I know in America, I've always found it a really strange thing with American law. If you're 18, you can own a gun if you're not a felon, right? You can drive when you're 14, 15 in a lot of states with a vision or whatever, right? But you cannot drink until you're 21. I have always found that very weird about America. I could even say, stupid? Why are you allowed to own a gun at 18 but you can't drink if you're 19, 20? I don't get it. I've never understood that rule. But in the Netherlands, the rule applies. You want to buy alcohol in a store, you have to be 18. Now, there is a different thing. And this is a very fun, this is a weird thing. I guess sort of a loophole. Because this is completely legal. If you're a minor, let's say you're 13, 14, 15, and you drink at home, you're allowed to drink because it's in your own house. That's how I used to make those taste test videos. People often used to ask, huh? But you're 16, 17. You're not allowed to drink alcohol, which I often reply to, yes, in public I'm not allowed to purchase. But in my own home, my own property, I am allowed to drink at any age. It's just not recommended because if you're 13, 14, 15, 16, your brain still has to develop. Your brain is only fully developed until you're 25. So this combined with a lot of drinking and even smoking perhaps is very bad. Now, I go to the parties nowadays and I don't get wasted. Now, I'm not saying that I won't ever get wasted again. I probably will once again. Just, it opened my eye the last time I ended up in hospital. I had a very deep conversation with a friend of mine, and I said, you know what, I'm done with this drinking. It's become an obsession, you know. Every time I go out, I have this very weird urge of, I have to get drunk to enjoy your night. And this is the thing I have to say as well. You do not have to drink alcohol or have to get drunk to enjoy your night. You really don't. Your eyes open up to a whole complete different world when you're sober in a club with all these drunk people. It is so fucking weird to see so many drunk people around you if you're sober. I've had it a few times that I'm in the club, you know, I have my water in my hand, or I have maybe one beer, or I have an alcohol-free beer because I'm the driver, or just simply because I don't want to drink. You look around you, it's 2, 3, 4 in the morning, right? You know, everyone's having a blast. Woo, woo, woo. When you're sober and you see everyone around you being absolutely wasted, it opens up your eye to a whole different level, and it makes you think, this is fucking stupid. It really is. When you go out, partying is, you know, it's fun, you know, you get to sometimes meet amazing people. You sometimes get to have nice conversation with strangers. Obviously, everyone reacts different to alcohol. I've seen it as well, and this is a very honest review. When I'm drunk, I still have this thought of, I know what's right and wrong. There are a lot of people that don't know how to handle alcohol on a personal level, right? They change character. They can become aggressive. Some people can get very happy. I've seen that as well happen in front of me, that, you know, people have too much to drink and they become very honest and open. You know what they say, a drunk person is always very honest. That's often very, very true. I've said certain things that I would never have said if I was sober because of the fact that I just wouldn't say, because it's either something I'm ashamed to admit or it's something very private. But when you're drunk, you often open up and become very honest about certain things. Now, I've also seen people get super drunk and get super aggressive. And that's kind of the dangerous game about drinking, especially if you're sober in a club, is you have to realize everyone around you, 90-95% of the people around you are drunk. A drunk person is always right. And it sounds really weird, but a drunk person is always right, even if they're not right. If you have an argument with a drunk person, just say, you're right. No, you're completely right. Why? Because a person's mood can change in a second. And I've seen it happen that a guy accidentally bumps into another dude at like 4:30 in the morning, and I'm drunk as well, you know. The guy turns around and just knocks him the fuck out. It happens in a second that someone can be super happy with you, and then the next moment, someone bumps into, and then the fist fights go. It's very crazy. And I always find that very scary when going into a club, because you never know how someone's going to react. And that's also a thing I find very annoying when going into a club. People that are drunk and they get upset with you because you accidentally bumped them. I'm sorry, you fuck knuckle. It's a nightclub. It's going to be very busy. People are going to bump into each other. I often just say, oh, sorry, man, can I just come by? Yeah, no problem. I've even had incidents occur that people look at me down, up, and I say, well, can I, get past you because I need to get to my friend? Yeah, sure, no problem. Like an attitude, but again, don't take that on a personal note. Because again, when people are drunk, they often do stupid shit. They really do. I'm not going to say I haven't done stupid shit. I've also done dumb stuff, man. I have done stuff, but not inside of the club. Outside of the club. You know, I've had nights that I ordered a couple of bottles of champagne or Prosecco, and I took them outside and I threw them on the floor because I was so drunk. Not proud of it. Everything except proud of it. Again, There's nothing wrong with drinking a shot or two of these once in a while. Just make sure you don't do it too often, because when you do it too often, it can become an addiction. And you don't need to go out again to be absolutely wasted. I nowadays again go out and I have fun with my 0.0% beer. And the next morning you wake up, the best thing, you have no kater. You have nothing. You don't have a hangover. You feel great. A person, on the other hand, who is super drunk and wakes up is going to wake up with a headache, tired. And you're not. So that's the bonus. And you're not killing your body. Because again, alcohol destroys the body and mind and soul. It is really, really bad. Now imagine being addicted to alcohol. How scary that must be. I saw a documentary when I was a kid about this guy being absolutely addicted to alcohol. Couldn't go an hour without it. At some points he drank an entire bottle like this within 5 to 10 minutes. That is a scary, scary thing to see. The guy unfortunately did pass away because of the fact his liver failed. His liver couldn't filter out all the alcohol. And also, I forgot to mention, alcohol is fucking expensive in a club. God damn, bro. They charge you like $12 for a Bacardi Cola. That's why, $10, if I do get wasted for once in a while, I just get an entire thing of this. I share this with my buddy. We're a little bit drunk in the club, and then we enjoy our night. So I thought I'd just let you know, please be careful when going out and drinking. Because this can lead to an addiction. This is also very strong. Let's just say, you need to mix this with cola. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, man. And I don't really like to get drunk anymore, man. I've had my phase of drinking this and that. I just like to go out to the club and have fun with my friends or meet new people without having to get absolutely wasted for no reason. Adios.